Hi everybody, thank you for watching. In the first two videos on this theme, Unleash Your Power, I answered two questions. The first question was around raising your awareness, and the question, why this theme? In the second video, I answered the question, what is the mind? And got an understanding of the mind. And in this video, I'll share a few insights and answer the million-dollar question, what do you do? And I will share 5 simple yet powerful steps to unleash your power. So let me start with a question. We spoke of the file or the storage cabinet in the previous video. So here's the question. What do you think is the purpose of that file or storage cabinet? Is it for your success? Is it for your growth? Is it for your change? Is it to make you happy? Is it to get you more fulfilled in life? What do you think is the purpose? The short answer to that question is none of that. The only purpose is one word, and that is survival. To keep you alive. That's the purpose. And the way it performs that role is to protect you. It's like a protection director, like a bodyguard, like a sentry on the ship. And what's the role of a sentry or a bodyguard? It is always look out for danger. What can hurt you? That's what its role is. It doesn't care about the good stuff, because it knows that the good stuff can't hurt you. So it just ignores that. Your protective mind is based on fear, is based on anxiety. It's got a negative bias. Your protective mind, that sentry, is very good in its job. And the way it performs its job is to control you. And let me explain that with an example. We have a computer and we have an operating system on that computer. So you install a virus protector to protect the operating system. That's his role. Now imagine a situation where that virus protector takes over the entire operating system. What do you think will happen? Rather, nothing will happen. You will be unproductive. You'll not be able to get a single task done or even one program performed. It'll remain status quo. The job of the virus protector is not to take over the operating system. So your bodyguard and your sentry is meant to protect you. And who are you? You are the captain of the ship. You are the person that bodyguard requires to protect and not to take you over. The bodyguard or the sentry is meant to report to the captain, to report to you, and not the other way around. But what the protective mind makes you feel, that protective mind of yours and you are the same thing. Since we've not created that separation. So perforce, for many of us, what happens is that protective mind, that sentry, is steering the ship. Can you imagine a situation where the sentry is steering the ship? where do you think the ship will get to? Nowhere. It may not even sail out of the docks. And if it does sail out, sometimes the sentry will direct it to turn to the left, sometimes it's directed to turn to the right, sometimes to reverse. That ship will get nowhere. It will remain where it is. Your protective mind, your fear-based mind, does not want your life to change. Even if you're going to be successful, it doesn't care about that, because that's not its role. Because if you change, then its life also changes. So it wants to keep you in the same safety, in the same comfort zone, to keep you in familiar circumstances, in familiar situations, and to prevent you to take any step outside of your comfort. Your protective mind is running you by fear. It is navigating your life from one problem to another, and yet to another, in the hope that one day there'll be no problem. And that day will never come. And hypothetically, if that day even comes and you have no problem, guess what? Guess what will it do? It will create a problem. Can you relate to this at times? When we just create a mountain out of a molehill, we blow up something out of proportion, out of nothing. So just keep this insight at the back of your mind, and let's get into answering this question. Therefore, what do? You are the captain of the ship. You have to exercise the choice whether to believe a thought or not to believe a thought. And more importantly, to take action or not to take an action, depending on that thought. Is it empowering or is it disempowering? The choice is yours as the captain. And that too is consciousness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is our ability to choose a thought, an action in the present moment, and not be dictated by past conditioning, by past paradigms, by past wiring of a brain. So let's talk about how do we stop a negative thought from gaining momentum. And let me share with you 5 steps. Step 1, monitor. Consciously monitor your thoughts. Notice what you're noticing. Observe what you are observing. Be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Be mindful of your self-talk. If possible, start a self-talk diary. Write down your dominant thoughts. So monitor your thoughts. Step 1. Step 2. Capture. Capture those negative thoughts. Capture the disempowering thoughts. Capture those limiting thoughts. Capture those thoughts which are not propelling you towards your purpose, not taking you forward towards your destiny. Thoughts which are limiting you. Capture those thoughts. That was step 2. Step 3. Speak out. Speak out these 5 key words. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for your concern. And who are you speaking these words to? You're speaking those words to your protective mind. You're acknowledging your protective mind, your fear-based mind, for having done its job. That's what you're doing by speaking out those 5 key words. And having done that, step 4, install. Install empowering thoughts. Install inspiring thoughts. Install thoughts which are positive. Install thoughts which are propelling you towards where you want to go. You're the captain. You can originate thoughts. You can accept or reject thoughts. You can choose thoughts. You can install thoughts. You can remove thoughts. So install empowering thoughts. That was step 4. And step 5, action. Take an action. Take a step towards your goal, towards your purpose. Take a small step. Take a baby step. Or take a bold step. But take a step. Do it afraid. Jump. And build your wings along the way. Take unconditional action. Take action despite your worry, despite your doubt, despite your fear, despite your anxiety. Take unconditional action. Take a step towards your fear. And you will observe, once you take a step into your fear or into what is blocking you, the power of that will start crushing and dissipating. So let me repeat these 5 steps, simple steps again. Step 1, monitor. Consciously monitor your thoughts. Step 2, capture. Capture those negative, disempowering, limiting thoughts. Capture. Step 3, speak out those 5 key words. Thank you for your concern. Acknowledging the protective mind for having done its job. Step 4, install. Install an empowering thought. Install a thought which is going to take you towards your goal. And step 5, act. Take action. Do it afraid. Take unconditional action. Your greatest power is your ability to choose your own thoughts. And as it is wisely said, conquer yourself and conquer the universe. Conquer what of yourself? Conquer that protective, fear-based mind. And I would request and impress upon you to please practice these 5 steps in the background of what we covered earlier. And I assure you that you will be unstoppable. You will unleash your power and be the truest and fullest expression of yourself in this world. So thank you for watching. I hope these series have been useful to you. Please take action on these steps. And thank you very much once again for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed, and power up. Thank you.